Hello, manifestors. Have you fully let go of the old man? This is what I want to talk about today in this video because, by the way, I am starting a brand new workshop which is going to happen in the form of a short video for the next couple of weeks. And it's going to happen in my VIP Facebook group. So if you are interested in joining, I'll put the link to join down below. In the meantime, let's talk about letting go of the old man for good in this video. So please watch all the way to the end. Subscribe, comment, share, so more people like you can become master manifestors. So, have you let go? Have you fully let go of the old men? And how do you know if you have or if you haven't? I speak to a lot of people on a daily basis. I answer a lot of questions. I hear and read a lot of comments, questions, how people feel, where they are at in their journey at this moment. And one thing that is an absolute truth, an absolute fact, is that as long as you have not let go of your old man or your old self, well, you are in the state of the old self, right? Either you let go of it or you will still be in it. And if you are still in your old self, if your old self still take a lot of room in your mind, well, guess what? Your life will be still pretty much the same. So while you may experience a little progress, you may be experiencing feeling better, having better results here and there, but as a whole, if your life is pretty much the same still, if you see the same patterns still, this is because you haven't fully got rid of the old self. Your old personality, how you have seen yourself your whole life, how you feel about yourself is probably still the same or very similar to what you used to think and feel about yourself so far. As a coach who has one-on-one clients, email clients, a Facebook group where I have questions and answers lives, one thing that I noticed is when it comes to that SP, oh my goodness. I know a coach that calls that SP thing like a disease. I think he calls it something like a disease or something like that. And I understand why he says that. Because frankly, it's not even about manifesting an SP, which is a specific person or a non-specific person. But the thing is, I see a lot of people, once they focus on that specific person, somehow it prevents them to get rid of the old man as easily as maybe someone else who is not manifesting a specific person. And I think that the reason why it's because you are putting that specific person on such a high pedestal, and you still are. I mean, frankly, and you know, I always speak frankly, right? Most of the people that I know who are manifesting a specific person, they don't even realize it, but they are putting this specific person on a pedestal. And I think this is the downside of manifesting a specific person, is that there is a very thin line. If you don't pay attention, you are going to put that person on a pedestal. And the moment you put someone above you, and that's what it means to put someone on a pedestal, right? You are down here and they are up there. The moment you put someone on a pedestal, well, what does it do? It makes them unreachable. And you are going to be, without noticing, you are going to be in a state of wanting that person, but not from a high self-concept, not from a higher self, but from a lower self, from that little me who wants that person over there, up there, that person who apparently doesn't want me, but oh gosh, do I want them so bad. And the thing is, this is what I'm seeing on a daily basis. And I feel for you because I've been there and done that. And I know that it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. As long as you are in such a need for that person. And that's why, again, you have to be very careful between having a desire and feeling that your desire is yours, and having that desire as, I want this thing over there, I want it so bad, but I don't have it. See, there is a very thin line. You have to be very careful when you are manifesting something that you really, really, really want. You've got to be careful of how you're feeling. If you are still in the state of wanting your person, that's not gonna work for you. I mean, I am so sorry to tell you, but I know it's not gonna work for you. I know. Why do I know? From experience. I know, right? I mean, I wish I could tell you, yeah, be in the wanting state like that and you're gonna get what you want. But no, you're not. So it is vital that you get off that wanting state, that needing state. It is vital that you get off of it. And you will better be able to get off of it by getting rid for good of the old personality. The person, the state that wants that SP that they don't have, or that wants that money that they don't have, or that wants the health that they don't have. It's your old self, right? It's the state that doesn't have that. Therefore, you need to get rid of that state. You know, see your old personality, your old self, your old men as a state, because it is. It's a state. So that state, and by the way, Neville said, that people are just states. So that person that doesn't have their desire right now, it's the old state. So answer this question for me. Do you still want your desire? Answer the question right now. Answer me as you're listening to this. Do you still want your desire, no matter what it is? Do you still want it? If your answer is yes, boom, you got caught. It means that you are still in the state of wanting that thing. And if you are still in the state of wanting, it means that you are definitely not in the state of having. All right? When you have something, you don't want it anymore. You don't even do sats about it anymore, right? Because you have it. So no matter what you are using to manifest your desire, no matter what technique, no matter what you're doing, whether you are using affirmations, sats, other techniques, the point is that no matter what you're doing, even imagination, which to me is not even a technique. When you imagine, it's not even a technique. It's a divine tool that we have in order to create the life that we want. And we are using imagination by default every day anyhow. But no matter what technique you are using, if you are not yet in the knowing that your desire is yours, which is in the state of knowing that you already are who you want to be, or that you already have what you want to have, then it means that you are still in the old man state. You are still in the state of the person who doesn't have and who isn't who they want to be. And the thing is, you can't fool a state. You can't fool the law. You are or you're not. There's no in between, right? either you are in the state of the person who you want to be or you're not. But you cannot fool the law. So you can't even pretend that you are manifesting your SP, for example, and at the same time keep on asking me questions that have to do with the fact that you don't have the SP. I mean, do you understand this? Because if you don't understand this, then you don't understand what a state is and what being in the state means. If you are in the state of knowing that your desire is already yours, you are not going to ask me questions or anyone else about how to get your desire. It would be impossible, right? It would make no sense. But if you are still asking me questions about how to get that SP of yours or whatever else that has to do with the fact that you don't have your desire, you are still in the state of the old man, the old self. If you are still asking me how to get rid of your negative thoughts, of your contradicting thoughts, well, it's because you are in the state that has those thoughts. A thought on its own doesn't really matter, and a thought on its own doesn't come by itself. The state is the container of the thought. So if you still have negative and contradicting thoughts, it's because you still are in the state of the old man. The moment you're going to shift into the state of the new man, your thoughts will change by default. They will change automatically. So if you are in the state of knowing who you truly are, if you are in the state of knowing that your desire is yours, you won't have thoughts that are contradicting that anymore. It's impossible. You will have thoughts that by default will be matching your state. Now, I have some people who are telling me, I shift in and out of my state. And that's kind of normal at first. You know, you're going to be in the state maybe a few moments during the day and then go back to the old state, the old man state. But what this truly means, it means that your main state is still the old man state, and you are visiting once in a while the desired state. That's what's happening when people are telling me, I seem to manage to be in my state, but I get back to the old state. I have to fight my negative thoughts. So that's what it means when you are fighting your negative thoughts. You are visiting the state of the desired fulfilled, but your main state is still the old man state. So as Neville used to say, your dwelling home is still the old man. So what you want to do is the opposite. You want to make your dwelling home the new state, the new man. And this is where imagination is going to help you. The more you dwell in your imagination and be there who you want to be, the advantage of imagination is that we don't have to bring any of the limiting beliefs, reasonings, limitations that exist in the 3D. You can close your eyes or even with your eyes open and go in your imagination right now and be whoever you want to be, period. No questions asked. So if you are mostly still dwelling in the old man state, or if the old man state is still coming too often, you just need to practice more in your imagination that you are who you want to be. That simply requires practice. There is no substitute to practice. The more you practice that you are the person that you want to be in imagination, the more it's going to become natural. And the more that state will be accepted by your mind, your conscious and subconscious minds both. And once it is accepted as fact, as truth, as that's what it is, then your main state is going to be the state of the wish fulfilled. And don't tell me that you feel that imagining is forcing or pretending or faking. Because if you are not in control of your imagination, please don't fool yourself. It's not that your imagination stops. You are always imagining. So if you're not imagining on purpose, you are imagining by default. And most likely, if you still don't have the desire that you want, if you still are not the person that you want to be, you are imagining by default from the old man. So this is why you have to master, you have to discipline your imagination. Because your imagination, you were born with it. It's a natural thing that happens automatically. So in order to become the new person that you want to become, you have to discipline your imagination. And the only way to discipline it is to purposely imagining that you already are the person you want to be. So I hope this was helpful to you to understand what a state is, what it means to be in the state of your wish fulfilled, and that when you're not in the state of your wish fulfilled, you are in the state of the old man. Again, if you want more hands-on help to get rid of the old man for good, consider joining my VIP Facebook group, where I'm having a workshop right now through videos, live videos where I show my face to help you to get rid of the old man for good and to recognize when you're not. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here, like the video, comment, share, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.